On May 15th, 2023, the Brevard City Council held its regular meeting. During the public hearing period, City Manager Wilson Hooper briefly reviewed the proposed budget for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. The city's budget currently contains about $25 million across all funds, and the recommendation for the upcoming fiscal year includes a 3-cent millage rate increase, with 2 cents dedicated to the creation and maintenance of affordable housing in the city of Brevard. One representative for the Living Wage Coalition commended the city's living wage salary adjustments and introduction of parental leave policy, while another citizen asked council to consider alternatives to the proposed tax rate adjustments. A public hearing session was also held on a rezoning request for 1699 Old Hendersonville Highway from CMX to GR4. Currently, the Comprehensive Land Use Plan designates the parcel as a unique activity center, which does not fit within the permitted uses under GR4. The new owners are looking to restore the historic home at that address and want to be assured that it can serve as a primary residence or rental once the renovations are completed. Another rezoning request involved parcels in Deer Lake that the petitioner would like to move from a conditional zoning district to GR8 for 2 parcels and CMX for the remaining parcel. Some Deer Lake residents asked for assurances that the environmental conditions, utilities, and road access remain adequate during and after construction on the planned project sites. The petitioner underscored his interest in residential density while maintaining his disinterest in the commercial aspects of the zoning districts. As a compromise, rezoning the parcel to the less intensive RMX designation was discussed. The final public hearing item concerned proposed amendments to the city's Unified Development Ordinance involving development on steep slopes. Senior planner Emily Brewer explained the proposed steep slope changes aim to provide for safe, responsible infill development while preserving the natural character of the area and allowing for the reasonable use of individual property. The UDO amendments would characterize moderately steep slopes as those between 25 and 34% slope, and steep slopes as those at or above 35% slope. An elevation of 2,250 feet or greater also triggers steep slope regulations. While slope is calculated for the entire parcel, not just the area of development or disturbance, the proposal identifies incentives to remove permanently protected areas from the parcel's slope calculation. This calculation creates a simpler permitting process and allows for greater preservation of the natural landscape. A geotechnical analysis would be required in steep slope areas. Other amendments take up development type and design regulations, which include revised building height measurements and residential density reductions. Finally, Council reviewed the proposed interlocal agreement with the Town of Rosman for a water supply interconnect. The agreement establishes a purchase relationship that would allow the Town of Rosman to purchase water from the City of Brevard in an emergency situation as a matter of public safety. The agreement would also support Rosman's efforts to pursue funding for the interconnect infrastructure. Council approved the motion for Mayor Koploff to sign the agreement. During closing remarks, Councilman Maurice Jones invited the public to join Transylvania Community Relations Board meetings, which are held on the first Thursday of each month, and mentioned that on June 1st, Emily Lowry will lead a discussion on homelessness at the board's meeting. Mr. Jones also announced that he will not run for re-election in the fall. Councilman Aaron Baker invited area residents to come out to Tannery Skate Park on Monday, May 22nd at 5:30 p.m. for a workday in the park's garden. Mr. Baker also urged everyone to read the Transylvania Times piece, published Tuesday, May 16th, on the lack of affordable housing in the county. Councilman Gary Daniel re-emphasized the need to consider the design and long-term effects of development and announced that he will run for re-election in November. Mayor Maureen Koploff stressed the importance of community partnership with our neighbors and noted the following upcoming events: the May 22nd visit from the North Carolina Secretary of State, the May 23rd Meet the Mayor session, the White Squirrel Weekend, May 26th through the 28th, and the Memorial Day ceremony on May 29th. The Council will hold its next regular meeting on June 5th, 2023.